Okay, we're back with another video for Dragon Champions. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about arena mode, maybe some of the pros and cons of arena, some frustration points, and maybe some tips on how to improve your arena ranking. So arena, like most games, is going to be based on just having probably what we would call the meta team. Meta, for those that aren't familiar with these games, meaning the most widely used teams or the quote-unquote top tier, more powerful team setups. So this is with every game. It's not just exclusive to Dragon Champions, but having the right composition of team at the time is crucial for your success in arena mode. So when you get to the arena screen, you're going to see, for myself, in the top left corner, my rank is 45, which is pretty decent on the server, so I'm consistently within the top 50. That allows me to get 650 arena currency every day, so it allows me to buy my choice of the available character shards within the shop. More importantly, though, is how do you know what teams to use in arena? For the lazy, you can go to the rankings tab here and just search from the top. You can see roughly almost everybody's a level 80. Now you have a couple that are 73 and 72. Quick note here, you can click their profile and look at what their party composition might be. There's no guarantee that I know of that what you see here is actually their arena team, but there's a good chance it is. You can see the party's power is 113,071, which is pretty good. So what's nice is that you can click within each of their characters and look at how they've runed themselves, so even down to the secondary and primary stats within each rune. So if you really want to just mirror somebody's team, that's one way to do it. So in this case, you have Slinger, who's runed up with 4 damage runes and 2 potency runes. They're all very high level epic runes, which is why his power is 23,335, as you see on the left-hand side here. Looking at some of the secondary stats, like his potency of 76.56%, that is near the magical theory crafting threshold of about 78%, which allows him to almost always apply his debuffs or buffs. So, also in the rankings tab, you see the top team. That belongs to whoever's in the top rank at the time. It should match. You're gonna see it should match what this player has for his team. So wide variety right now. If you could argue that the meta is human, which I wouldn't disagree with. Human with the mix of Nighteel. Why? Because of Soleus. Now that more players have Soleus, because this event came back this week, you probably will see more and more of this type of meta team. So, back to where my ranking would be. In the 40s and 30s, you still see this type of setup. That is Kyra, Venomate, and some mixture of either orcs or more demons, but for the most part, this is what I'm up against at my level. So I'm going to show you the team that I'm currently using and maybe some strategies as to how you can beat these teams, or in most cases, how you can't. So let's take on Aurora Cat here, just to give you a demonstration of how powerful the demon setup is with Kyra and Venomate. So I don't expect to win this, but what I've been playing around with recently, my team used to be orcs. So instead of Kyra and Solius, I would have Mortha and Corcoran. And you see my party power is quite high, but party power doesn't mean anything if the opposing team is either faster than you or they're invisible, like you're about to see, and you can't hit them. So I've been countering with my own Kyra, who's not as strong, and my Solius, who I just recently got 7-star and are building up every day. So here we go. Ideally, I could power up my Venomate, but here's what's going to happen. You're going to get first move, and you need to understand the ability kit of the opposing team. In this case, there's Tromgar. When you click on each of the characters here in the top right corner, you can see their relative power, which is good to see. So he's 21,000, Slinger's 21,000, Kyra's 17, 8, 15, 6, and 20. So naturally you may say their weakest character is Nighteel, but chances are you do not have enough damage to do within your first couple turns to wipe out any of their characters before Tromgar A taunts and Kyra gets her invisibility out. Once she gets her invisible ability in, you cannot hit anybody other than Tromgar. He'll have his taunt up, his counterattack will potentially stun, and it's pretty much game over because Nighteel will buff huge damage, Venomate will poison and gain a buff or a bonus attack to anybody that's poisoned when he does his AoE, and Slinger does massive DPS. So you're going to see what's going to happen to my team in about 30 seconds. So I've resigned to the fact that because I'm going to attack Tromgar anyway, I'm just going to attempt to burn him down. There are no healers on this team, so any damage I do will at least stick. So here we go. I will call out my bear just to take some initial DPS damage away from anybody else, like that. If I didn't have Battle Poo out, that would have taken a lot of health from any of my remaining characters. So I'm still focused on Tromgar. They are now buffed up with 15% physical and magic damage, which is insane. Bit overpowered if you ask me. But hey, if you can't beat him, join him. So I'm going to taunt up. He's going to taunt up, and here's where we go. Solius, if you attack Tromgar, will get counterattacked and potentially stunned, which is what I don't want. So I'm going to use his blessing to heal and increase. In this case, actually on the bear. Why not? And then the bear is going to take the hit of something. And here we go. My Kyra is not fast enough to act first, so my Rantha risks getting stunned here. And there she goes, she gets stunned. And there's the invisibility and a wipe of AoE. So now I can do the same, and they're just going to play a Tromgar game while we attack their Tromgar. Because they're invisible, they cannot be counterattacked. And I'm also cognizant of a 2-minute timer going as I'm talking, so you're going to see me just focus on Tromgar, and I'm not going to heal right now because I know they're going to do another AoE attack with Kyra right there. Maybe I should have healed, wouldn't have made a difference. Her AoE is very strong, and then you see he matches up in AoE. Ideally, my Mar survives more for a turn, so I can do this. So I buffed him up and did his AoE. I actually took out their demon, Kyra, but you're just, at this point, you're just hoping that he lands a crit here on Tromgar and he heals up. But that's not going to happen, and I'm dead. So this is a very good example of what would happen on any sort of arena run when you're facing a team that has Kyra and Venomate and a Tromgar. So as you can see, I'm stuck around my arena ranking level until I can also level up a couple things. One, my Nighteel, who's really only at 4 stars, nowhere near ready to work in arena. As you see, my Soleus, I am also leveling up. I can build up Kyra, who's up there, just not in gear level or ability level. Down here is my Venomate. So I could work on him, but knowing that my final meta team won't involve Venomate and will most likely be human, and with the Mordoom event coming up, I am focused on building up my human team. So you will see me at some point, hopefully, with very similar team as the #1 ranked arena team that you saw, which would be something to the tune of Soleus, Freezard, Nighteel, Little Batty, not Cruel yet, because A, my Cruel is level 1, and B, with Mordoom coming and Zera, who really I think will be very good in arena. I just want to show you kind of her kit here. You're looking at basically 320% physical damage and a chance to gain damage increase. More AoE 300% and heal block, plus if they're bleeding, adding buff immunity. You have another massive DPS attack, and basically a tank killer, because if they're shielded up, puts armor decrease, and also has another bonus if they're bleeding. You have lifesteal and their leader ability, which is awesome. Max health and potency of all allied orcs increases by 20%. So with that being said, I think the meta in the future is going to gear towards orcs again, and probably I can make a separate video just talking about Zera in depth. But while I have you here, I'm gonna do one more arena match for you, just so you can see. Here is a 89,000 powered android, is the guy's name, and let's just refresh this. And I'm gonna battle him. So I'm gonna use the same team. Mine is 7,000 or higher, and I'm gonna show you whether it's gonna help or not. The different nuance here is similar team to what I faced, except it's got Rantha instead of Slinger as the lead. It has Soleus instead of Venomate. So what do I do here? Again, he has a healer. Soleus will heal. Eventually, I have to attack Tromgar. I'm kind of just rolling the dice here, hoping for random number generator help. So she will summon, Rantha will summon her down. I'm gonna just try to take Nighteel down a little bit and force them to use some of their heals and buffs. I will summon mine. Just see ability block for a second was nice there. So here's where you run into a lot of times when you're using Rantha teams. She'll summon their battle crew, which forces you to waste your basic attacks on battle crew until Tromgar taunts up. Now, I don't want to attack Tromgar because he'll counter me. And there we go. Her Kyra's much faster than mine, and she's invisible already. Now, you could say, hey, maybe I should be using the blessing to protect one of my other guys, and you're probably right. So let's maybe put up this armor increase on Mar, because I need my entire team is dependent on him critting on his AoE. Since I'm not invisible, I'm going to attack the bear. Now I'm going to be invisible and start focusing on Tromgar. I'm going to eat an AoE here. There we go. Luckily nobody's dead. And I will heal up at this point. And here we go. So I did significant damage to the team. Here's what's nice. I have full attack. Now I don't have to target Tromgar. I will AoE with my Hunter Volley. I should kill Rantha. That, and that leaves Nightblue exposed. I will hopefully burn her down before she can get healed. There we go. And now we're focused still on Kyra. My Tromgar's almost dead, so hopefully no AoEs are coming. And now I'm taunting straight to Tromgar. So let's just finish this off as much as possible and hope that with Tromgar being dead, I can survive. So significant damage there to Tromgar. I should be able to burn him down. Once he's down, this is over. There we go. Power up. Heal. AoE. Take out Soleus. Take out Kyra. So, in this case, random number generator helped some of my defense versus the opponent's offense also played a part. I expected an hour or so my 37 rank will dip back down to the 47 because they will see my opposing team and do exactly the same thing I just did. So there you have it. Arena, a little bit more in depth about strategy, about what you're going to deal with in different tiers of your arena ranking, ultimately what the current meta is, which is some combination of human. What I do know, and talking to my guild mates who are on other arena shards, if you will, or splinters, they do see a lot of goblin. If you have General Murdoch, you can argue back that, yeah, that his AoE can get past a lot of the teams that you see here. Here you go. Here's a good team. That surprisingly has Darien in the front, but Ember, who I don't really talk about and talk about in a Panda video, high damage. And you have your Venomate Kyra set up again. So I'll leave it at that. If you have any questions, please comment below, and like and subscribe if you want to see more. Until the next video.